Most people grow up absorbing ideas about money long before they ever earn it. They hear conversations at dinner tables filled with worry and limitation. They see adults working hard, yet always stressed and tired. Slowly a belief forms that money is scarce and exhausting, not because it truly is, but because that is what was modeled. This belief settles quietly and feels like truth. From a young age, you are taught that safety matters more than growth. Get good grades, find a stable job, and do not take risks. Get good grades, find a stable job, and do not take risks. Money becomes something you chase after bills are paid, never something you direct or command. This training creates obedience, not independence. It teaches survival, not wealth. School teaches you how to follow instructions, not how to build value. You learn formulas, facts, and deadlines, but not ownership. No one explains how money moves in the real world. No one teaches leverage systems or compounding. So people assume wealth must be rare or unfair. What is unknown always feels unreachable. Another lie is that working harder automatically means earning more. People exhaust themselves believing effort equals reward. But effort without direction only produces fatigue. Many of the hardest workers remain stuck financially. Meanwhile, those who understand systems move ahead quietly. Hard work alone was never the formula. You were also taught that rich people are different from you, smarter, luckier, or born into advantage. This belief creates distance and excuses. It protects the ego from responsibility. If wealth is genetic, then you never had a chance. That story feels comforting, but it is false. Money is presented as something emotional and stressful, a source of fear, conflict, and shame. When money feels heavy, people avoid learning about it. Avoidance turns confusion into permanent limitation. What you avoid controls you. This is how ignorance becomes expensive. Most people are never told that money follows rules. Clear, predictable, repeatable rules. They think income is random and success is chaotic. But money responds to structure and behavior. It grows where it is managed and respected. It escapes where it is ignored. Another dangerous lie is that someday everything will change on its own. That one raise, one opportunity, or one lucky break will fix everything. This thinking delays action for years. Hope replaces planning and time disappears quietly. Wealth does not come from waiting. It comes from intentional daily decisions. You were taught to see spending as reward. Buy something because you worked hard. Something because you worked hard. Consume to feel better about effort. This trains you to leak money emotionally. Instead of using money as a tool, you use it as comfort. Comfort is expensive over time. Debt is often normalized as a necessary part of life. Borrow now, worry later. This creates dependence on future income that is not guaranteed. It keeps people running just to stay in place. Debt steals freedom before wealth can form, yet this truth is rarely emphasized. Another lie says you need a lot of money to start. So people wait until someday when they earn more. But wealth is built from habits, not amounts. Small money handled correctly grows power. Large money handled poorly disappears. The starting point was never the problem. You were taught that money should be talked about quietly or not at all, as if understanding it is greedy or impolite. Silence keeps mistakes repeating across generations. What is not discussed cannot be improved. Wealthy families talk about money openly. That is not an accident. There is also the belief that being interested in money makes you shallow, as if financial intelligence conflicts with morality. This creates guilt around ambition. But money only magnifies who you already are. It is not evil or pure. It is neutral power. Many people believe they are bad with money by nature. They label themselves careless, unlucky, or incapable. This identity becomes self-fulfilling. People act in alignment with who they think they are. Change becomes impossible under that label. Identity must change before outcomes do. You were taught to trade time for money and stop there. No one explained how to separate income from hours. Time is finite, and money does not have to be. This misunderstanding caps potential permanently. Ownership breaks this limit. But ownership is rarely discussed. Fear is often disguised as realism. People say, be practical, be safe, be reasonable. But practicality without vision leads to stagnation. Safety without growth becomes a cage. Wealth requires calculated courage, not recklessness, but intention. Another lie is that wealth is loud and flashy. Cars, watches, and attention. This distracts people from real wealth. True wealth is quiet, controlled, and patient. It grows in accounts, not applause. Flashiness is often insecurity. People are taught to focus on income, not behavior. But income is an effect, not a cause. Behavior determines decisions, and decisions shape outcomes. Change the behavior and income follows. Ignore behavior and nothing changes. This is where most people fail. The final lie is that it is too late. That age, circumstances, or past mistakes have closed the door. Time will pass, whether you change or not. Wealth does not care about your past. It responds to what you do consistently now. The door was never locked. Once you see these lies clearly, they lose power. You realize wealth is not mysterious or unfair. It is learnable, trainable, and repeatable. The problem was never money itself. The problem was what you were taught about it. And that can be unlearned starting today. A job is often blamed for financial struggle, but the job itself is neutral. It is simply a tool that exchanges time for money. What hurts people is not having a job, but depending on it emotionally. When identity and survival are tied only to salary, fear takes over. Fear leads to short-term thinking. Short-term thinking blocks wealth. A 9-5 provides something extremely valuable that most people overlook: consistency. Predictable income arrives every month. Whether motivation is high or low, this stability is rare and powerful. Used correctly, it becomes a launchpad, not a cage. Used incorrectly, it becomes a trap. Many people resent their job because they expect it to fulfill them. But a job was never meant to complete your life. It is meant to fund it. When expectations are wrong, disappointment follows. Millionaires do not ask their job for meaning. They ask it for capital. The mistake most people make is upgrading their lifestyle with every paycheck. Raises feel like permission to spend more. Comfort increases, but freedom stays the same. The wealthy use raises to increase margin, not expenses. Margin creates breathing room. Breathing room creates options. A 9-5 teaches structure, whether you notice it or not. Waking up on time, meeting deadlines, showing up consistently. These habits transfer directly into wealth building. Discipline is learned before money is earned. Those who lack discipline fail even with opportunity. Structure is an invisible advantage. People who hate their jobs often hate the feeling of limitation, but limitation can sharpen focus. When resources are limited, creativity increases. Many successful businesses were built after work hours, not because people were free, but because they were committed. Your salary is not meant to make you rich by itself. It is meant to reduce risk while you build assets. The paycheck absorbs mistakes and learning curves. It allows patience instead of panic. This safety net is powerful when respected. It buys time. Most people try to escape their job before building anything stable. This creates desperation. Desperation leads to bad decisions. Bad decisions lead back to dependency. Millionaires do not rush exits. They prepare quiet transitions. A job teaches you how organizations function. You observe systems, processes, and inefficiencies. You see what works and what fails. This is unpaid education if you pay attention. Employees who learn become owners later. Those who complain stay stuck. Time outside the job is more important than the job itself. What you do with evenings and weekends matters. Entertainment drains energy without building future value. Focused effort compounds silently. Wealth is built in hours. No one applauds. This is where separation happens. Many people say they are too tired after work, but exhaustion is often mental, not physical. Scrolling drains more energy than effort. Purpose creates energy fatigue. Removes it. Millionaires protect their evenings carefully. They treat time like capital. The job gives you a baseline lifestyle. This prevents emotional spending driven by insecurity. When survival is covered, you can think clearly. Clear thinking leads to better financial decisions. Chaos creates reaction, not strategy. Stability creates foresight. Some people believe working for someone else is shameful. This belief comes from ego, not intelligence. Learning on someone else's payroll is efficient. Mistakes cost less when the system is not yours. Experience is cheaper than failure. Humility pays. A salary allows you to invest consistently. Consistency beats timing. Small amounts invested regularly outperform large amounts invested emotionally. This rhythm is hard without stable income. The job enforces the rhythm. Rhythm creates momentum. Many wealthy individuals worked normal jobs for years. They just lived below their means, quietly. No one noticed their progress until it was obvious. This invisibility is an advantage. There is no pressure to perform publicly. Only results matter. A 9-5 also filters people around you. Most coworkers spend money to cope. If you do the opposite, you grow faster. Environment influences behavior subtly. Awareness protects you from drifting. Intent keeps you different. The job is not the destination. It is a phase, but phases must be respected to be completed. Resenting the phase prolongs it. Using the phase shortens it. Acceptance accelerates progress. When you see your job as a tool, frustration drops. Emotion detaches from income. Decisions become logical instead of reactive. This calm is rare and valuable. Calm minds build wealth faster. Panic destroys plans. The goal is not to quit working. The goal is to gain control. Control over time, income, and attention. A job can support that goal early. Rejecting it too soon creates chaos. Timing matters. A 9-5 is only dangerous when it becomes the plan. When it is the only strategy, hope fades. But when it funds learning, investing, and ownership, it becomes powerful. The same job that traps one person frees another. The difference is intention. Tools obey mindset. Once you understand this, the job loses its emotional weight. It is no longer an enemy or a savior. It is a temporary engine. You stop fighting it and start using it. That shift alone changes everything. And this is where wealth truly begins. The moment money enters most people's hands, it already has assignments. Rent waits. Bills wait. Entertainment waits. By the time everything else is satisfied, nothing remains. This is not bad luck. This is a system working exactly as designed. Paying yourself first sounds simple, but it feels uncomfortable. It means choosing your future over your present. It means delaying relief and convenience. Most people avoid this because it creates short-term pressure. But pressure is often the price of progress. Comfort keeps people exactly where they are. When you pay yourself last, you train your brain to see wealth as optional. Optional things are always postponed. Postponed things rarely happen. This is why savings feel inconsistent for most people. There is no rule, only intention. Intention collapses under stress. Paying yourself first is not about a large amount. It is about priority. Even a small percentage sends a powerful signal. It says my future matters before my lifestyle. Identity changes before numbers do. This is where the shift begins. Most people think they need more money before they can save. But more money only amplifies existing habits. If you struggle to save now, you will struggle later. Behavior does not improve automatically with income. Discipline must come first. Income follows structure. The wealthy remove temptation from the process. They automate their decisions. Money moves before emotion interferes. This prevents self-sabotage. Willpower is unreliable under pressure. Systems protect consistency. Paying yourself first builds trust with yourself. Each month, you keep a promise. That promise compounds into confidence. Confidence reduces anxiety around money. Anxiety causes poor decisions. Clarity creates momentum. Most people spend first because spending feels tangible. Saving feels abstract. But the future becomes real when you fund it. Progress feels slow at first, but momentum is invisible before it is obvious. Patience turns effort into power. There will be months where paying yourself feels tight. This is not failure. This is training. Constraints force smarter spending. They reveal leaks you never noticed. Awareness grows under pressure. Paying yourself first does not mean neglecting responsibilities. It means structuring money intentionally. Needs are met, but excess is questioned. Every purchase faces a new filter. Is this helping my future or stealing from it? That question changes behavior. When you pay yourself first, you stop relying on motivation. Motivation fades. Systems stay. This habit continues even when energy is low. Consistency beats excitement every time. This is how real progress happens. Most people feel behind because they see others spending freely. They confuse spending with success. But spending is visible. Building is invisible. The wealthy accept invisibility early. Results arrive later. Paying yourself first creates separation. You begin moving differently than those around you. Not louder, not faster, but more deliberately. This quiet discipline compounds silently. Few notice until it is undeniable. The act of paying yourself first reduces fear over time. You see proof that progress is possible. Even small wins matter. They shift your emotional relationship with money. Money becomes a tool, not a threat. Control replaces anxiety. Many people wait for the perfect month to start. That month never comes. Life always finds a way to demand more. Starting imperfectly beats waiting perfectly. Momentum forgives mistakes. Delay multiplies regret. When money is left over at the end of the month, it feels accidental. When money is set aside at the beginning, it feels intentional. Intentional actions build identity. Identity drives long-term behavior. This is the real reason the rule works. Psychology beats math. Paying yourself first trains delayed gratification. Delayed gratification predicts wealth more than intelligence. It builds patience and restraint. These traits protect you later when numbers grow. Without them, wealth disappears quickly. Training early prevents collapse later. You begin to see money as seeds, not rewards. Seeds are planted, not consumed. This mindset changes how you handle every dollar. Spending becomes conscious, not impulsive. Ownership replaces reaction. This is financial maturity. Even if progress feels slow, do not stop. The habit is the victory. Results follow repetition. Most people quit right before momentum builds. Consistency feels boring before it feels powerful. Stay long enough to feel the difference. When paying yourself first becomes non-negotiable, everything else adjusts. Spending becomes smarter. Goals become clearer. Stress reduces gradually. You stop chasing and start building. This is where wealth quietly takes root. This rule alone will not make you rich, but without it, wealth is almost impossible. It is the foundation every other strategy stands on. Ignore it, and nothing holds. Respect it, and progress becomes inevitable. This is how the game truly begins. Saving money feels responsible and safe. It creates a sense of control in an uncertain world, but safety and freedom are not the same thing. Saving protects what you already have. It does not multiply it. This misunderstanding keeps many people stuck. When money sits still, it slowly loses power. Inflation quietly erodes its value every year. What feels stable is actually shrinking. This loss is invisible, but relentless. Time punishes idle money. This is why saving alone is not enough. Many people believe the goal is a large savings account. They chase numbers that look comforting, but comfort does not create independence. A savings account is a shield, not a sword. It protects against emergencies. It does not create wealth. Wealth is built through growth, not preservation. Growth requires exposure to risk, not reckless risk, but calculated risk. Avoiding all risk guarantees stagnation. The wealthy learn how to manage risk. They do not pretend it does not exist. Investing is often misunderstood as gambling. This belief keeps people away. True investing is ownership of productive assets, assets that create value over time. Businesses, real estate, and markets grow with effort and demand. Ownership aligns you with that growth. People wait to invest because they fear mistakes. But mistakes are part of the process. Avoiding mistakes means avoiding learning. The cost of inaction compounds faster than small losses. Experience is earned, not gifted. Those who start earlier win quietly. Saving feels productive because it is visible. The number grows slowly and predictably. Investing feels uncertain and uncomfortable, but discomfort signals growth. Comfort signals repetition. Wealth requires stepping beyond what feels safe. Many think they need a lot of money to invest. This is another illusion. The habit matters more than the amount. Small investments done consistently beat large sporadic ones, compounding rewards. Time, not size. Early action beats perfect timing. Money that is invested works while you rest. This is the true shift. Income that depends only on effort stops when you stop. Assets do not get tired. They continue growing without permission. This is how time is leveraged. The wealthy focus on return, not balance. They ask how fast money can grow, not how safe it feels today. They accept short-term fluctuation for long-term gain. Patience protects them from panic. Understanding replaces fear. Most people check investments emotionally. They react to headlines and noise. This turns investing into stress. The wealthy zoom out. They think in decades, not days. Perspective stabilizes behavior. Saving too much creates another problem. It delays learning how to deploy capital. When opportunity arrives, fear replaces clarity. Experience removes hesitation. Those who invest early gain confidence. Confidence leads to better decisions. Investing teaches responsibility. Every decision has consequences. This sharpens thinking. It forces education and awareness. Ignoring investing delays maturity. Participation accelerates growth. Some people say investing is not for them. But inflation makes the decision for everyone. Whether you invest or not, money is being acted upon. The question is, who controls the outcome? Ignoring the game does not exempt you from it. It only removes your influence. The goal is not to eliminate saving. Savings are necessary. They provide stability and peace of mind. But savings must serve a purpose. They should support investing, not replace it. Balance creates resilience. Wealth grows when money is assigned a job. Idle money gets lazy. Directed money becomes productive. Every dollar should either protect or multiply. Anything else is wasteful. Intent transforms behavior. Investing is a skill, not a talent. Skills improve with practice. Early mistakes are tuition. Late mistakes are expensive. Learning when the stakes are small is wise. Delay magnifies risk. Many people feel overwhelmed by options. This leads to paralysis. Simplicity beats complexity. Start small. Start consistent. Start informed. Progress clarifies direction. Action dissolves confusion. The wealthy understand that time is the most powerful factor. They respect compounding deeply. They start before they feel ready. They stay when others quit. Time rewards patience brutally. Late starters pay a premium. Saving keeps you stable. Investing makes you free. One protects the present. The other builds the future. Confusing the two delays wealth indefinitely. This distinction changes everything. When you accept that saving alone will never make you rich, behavior shifts. You stop hoarding and start building. Fear loses its grip. Curiosity replaces hesitation. Money becomes a tool, not a trophy. This is the moment progress accelerates. Most people believe wealth comes from big dramatic moves, a perfect idea, a lucky break, or a sudden surge in income. This belief creates impatience. When results do not appear quickly, motivation fades. People quit before progress has time to form. This is why consistency is rare. Boring consistency does not feel powerful in the beginning. Small actions repeated daily seem insignificant. There is no excitement, no praise, no instant reward, but repetition is honest. It reveals who is serious and who is emotional. Time favors those who stay. Compounding is invisible before it becomes obvious. In the early stages, nothing appears to change. Effort feels wasted. This phase tests patience more than discipline. Most people mistake silence for failure. The wealthy understand silence is normal. Consistency works because it removes decision fatigue. When actions are scheduled, they do not depend on mood. Mood changes daily. Systems do not. This is why routines outperform motivation. Stability creates progress. Millionaires invest on the same day every month. They learn even when tired. They review finances even when bored. There is no drama in their process, just quiet repetition. This calm is deceptive but powerful. Many people start strong and fade quickly. They chase intensity instead of endurance. Intensity burns energy. Endurance builds momentum. Wealth requires stamina, not excitement. This truth is uncomfortable but accurate. Boring consistency creates emotional distance from money. Decisions become logical, not reactive. Fear and greed lose influence. This emotional control protects long-term growth. Most losses come from reaction, not reality. Consistency stabilizes behavior. The wealthy do not track days, they track years. Short-term results do not move them. They understand progress happens in layers. Each layer supports the next. Skipping layers causes collapse. Small habits shape identity over time. Identity shapes decisions automatically. When behavior becomes who you are, effort disappears. Consistency transforms discipline into instinct. Instinct is reliable under pressure. This is how habits create freedom. Most people underestimate what 5 years can do. They overestimate what 5 weeks can do. This mismatch creates frustration. Those who adjust their expectations stay longer. Staying longer changes everything. Time is the multiplier. Boring actions also create clarity. When noise is removed, patterns appear. You see what works and what does not. This feedback loop sharpens strategy. Random effort produces random results. Consistent effort produces insight. Many people abandon plans because they feel slow, but slow progress compounds quietly. Speed without direction creates chaos. Consistency builds direction first. Direction accelerates later. Patience earns speed. The wealthy simplify their strategies. Complexity increases failure points. Simple systems are easier to maintain. Maintenance beats optimization early. Consistency favors what is sustainable. Sustainability wins. Daily learning, even in small amounts, compounds knowledge. Knowledge compounds into better decisions. Better decisions compound into better outcomes. This chain reaction is slow but unstoppable. Most people break the chain early. Persistence completes it. Boring consistency protects you from yourself. It limits emotional interference. It reduces overthinking. Action replaces rumination. Progress replaces anxiety. Movement creates confidence. You do not need to feel motivated to act consistently. You need a structure that removes choice. Choice creates delay. Delay kills momentum. Structure creates certainty. Certainty builds trust. Many people want proof before commitment, but commitment creates proof. Consistency precedes confidence. Waiting for certainty is backwards. Those who act first learn faster. Learning beats waiting. Boring consistency also builds credibility with yourself and with others. Reliability creates opportunity. Opportunities compound like capital. Unreliable people are passed over. Trust attracts leverage. The quiet nature of consistency is an advantage. There is no pressure to perform publicly, no need to impress. Focus stays internal. Internal focus produces durable results. Noise drains energy. Most people look for shortcuts. Shortcuts skip lessons. Skipped lessons resurface later as losses. Consistency forces learning in sequence. Consistency forces learning in sequence. Sequence protects stability. This is why shortcuts fail. Wealth is not built by moments. It is built by months and years of repetition. Unremarkable days stacked together create remarkable outcomes. Those who accept this stay calm. Those who reject it stay frustrated. Acceptance changes everything. When boring consistency becomes your advantage, impatience fades. You stop rushing outcomes. You trust the process. Progress becomes predictable. Predictability creates peace, and peace accelerates growth. Money does not arrive before value is created. It follows usefulness. The marketplace rewards those who solve problems. This is why skills matter more than ideas. Ideas are common. Execution is rare. Many people focus on income first and skills later. This reverses the natural order. Without skill, income remains unstable. With skill, income becomes predictable. Skills travel with you anywhere. Jobs do not. A skill is something that produces results repeatedly, not once, not by luck, but on demand. This reliability is what creates leverage. Leverage multiplies effort. Formal education teaches information. Skills require application. Application builds judgment. Judgment creates confidence. Confidence attracts opportunity. This chain cannot be rushed. The wealthy invest in learning long before it pays them back. They study markets, people's systems and psychology. They read when others relax. They practice when others consume. This quiet investment compounds invisibly. Knowledge grows before income does. Skills reduce dependence. When you can create value, you are not trapped. Options appear. Negotiating power increases. Fear decreases. Freedom begins internally. Many people say they are not talented. Talent is overrated. Consistency beats talent when talent is undisciplined. Skills are built, not discovered. Repetition forms mastery. Mastery creates demand. High-income skills share one trait: they scale. One effort can impact many people. Sales, communication, writing, and digital tools multiply reach. Physical labor does not scale easily. Leverage changes everything. When your income depends on time, you are capped. When it depends on skill, you expand. Skills detach income from hours. This is the bridge to ownership. Ownership requires competence. Competence comes from practice. The marketplace does not care about effort. It cares about results. Skills produce results. Excuses do not. This honesty feels harsh, but it is freeing. Learning a skill forces humility. You fail publicly and privately. Ego takes hits. Most people quit here. Those who stay pass a threshold. Growth begins after discomfort. Skills create confidence that money alone cannot. Confidence changes posture, decisions, and tone. People respond to certainty. Opportunities move toward competence. Uncertainty repels them. This is subtle but real. Many people spend money to look successful. The wealthy spend money to become valuable. Looking rich fades. Being useful compounds. Value creation outlasts appearances. This mindset separates paths. Skill development sharpens thinking. You begin seeing patterns instead of chaos. Problems become puzzles, not threats. Calm replaces panic. Clear thinking protects capital. Emotion destroys it. A valuable skill increases speed. You learn faster, adapt quicker, and recover sooner. Mistakes become data. Losses become lessons. This resilience compounds. Fragility disappears. Most people consume content without application. They mistake information for progress. Progress requires doing. Doing requires discomfort. Discomfort produces growth. There is no shortcut around this. Skills also create credibility. Credibility attracts trust. Trust attracts capital. Capital accelerates outcomes. This chain starts with competence, not with money. The wealthy often say they would recover quickly if they lost everything. This is not arrogance. It is understanding. Skills are renewable assets. They cannot be taken away. This is true security. Skill development forces long-term thinking. You accept that payoff is delayed. Delayed payoff builds patience. Patience protects you from emotional decisions. Emotion is expensive. Patience is profitable. When you commit to learning a skill, identity shifts. You stop seeing yourself as stuck. You see yourself as under construction. This mindset fuels persistence. Persistence creates results. Results reinforce identity. Many people fear starting because they feel behind. But being behind is temporary. Not starting makes it permanent. Skills reward beginnings, not perfection. Early action accelerates learning. Delay deepens doubt. Skills make you rich before money does. They change how you think, act, and decide. Money simply arrives later as evidence. Without skills, wealth collapses quickly. With skills, wealth sustains itself. This is the real foundation. If you have listened this far, something inside you already understands the truth. Wealth was never meant to be rushed or chased emotionally. It was meant to be built deliberately, quietly, patiently, on purpose. You do not need a perfect beginning. You do not need permission. You do not need to feel ready. You only need to start where you are, with what you have, and repeat the right actions long enough. Money responds to behavior, not desire. It grows where it is respected. It stays where it is managed. It multiplies where it is trusted with discipline. This is not motivation. This is cause and effect. There will be days where progress feels invisible, weeks where nothing seems to change. This does not mean you are failing. It means compounding is working quietly. Most people quit in this phase. Staying is the advantage. Do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle. You cannot see their early years. You only see the outcome. Focus on your process. Protect your habits. Results will arrive on schedule. Wealth does not come from intensity. It comes from consistency, from boring actions repeated with discipline, from saying no when it would feel easier to say yes, from choosing growth over comfort, again and again. Your job, your income, your starting point do not define you. Your decisions do. Every dollar you direct intentionally rewrites your future. Every habit you repeat strengthens your identity. This is power. Most people never claim. You can. You will not wake up one day suddenly wealthy. You will wake up one day realizing nothing stresses you anymore. Options will exist where pressure used to live. Freedom will feel normal, not exciting. That is real success, and it is earned quietly. Remember this: wealth is not a destination. It is a skill you train. Train it daily. Respect the process, and let time do what it does best. If you never quit, the result is inevitable.